Hey everybody, welcome to kdmoonchild's world. You've come to Saturday Solutions. I'm Katie. Do me a favor, please, and I'm asking you this before I even say anything more. But like and subscribe, please. Anyway, I'm not gonna go there anymore. I hate doing that. Because I believe that if you see this and you like this, you will subscribe. I don't have to ask you to. I don't have to beg you to, but the algorithm wants me to play that game. So here we are. Anyway, welcome. This is Saturday Solutions. It is an oracle card reading that is non-political, although it is about us as a collective, as a group of people, as individuals, and the politics of where we live affects that. So sometimes politics will creep in, but it is not a focus of the reading, okay? We have several cards from several decks, and I will explain them to you as we go along. This is for entertainment purposes only, and I say we get started. What I think I need to do though is switch the camera so that you can see me. Okay, let's get this started. Welcome to my table, and to begin with we'll finish up the niceties here. This is for entertainment purposes only. And you'll notice something missing over here. Hi. Looky. Anyway, this is for entertainment purposes only. And welcome, everybody. We're here to have a good time. We're here to see what the cards have to tell us about the week ahead and where we've been. This is not designed to give you any kind of advice on financial, physical, or anything else. It's just a suggestion, okay? That's up to you. Also, what you see and interpret in the cards as well. So, shall we begin? We have basically the basic of the reading here is the 4 directions. West, this is our hopes and dreams, our promise of a new day. This is the opportunity card. This is by Colette Baron Reed, and it is the Shaman Dreams Oracle deck. Over here, we have the East. This is our card for today. This is what we're going through currently. And this is the Mystical Shaman deck by Colette Baron Reed. In the center, we have the Enchanted Map deck, Oracle deck, also by Colette Baron Reed. It will give us guidance on how to get around the 4 directions. Here we have the South. This is also can be obstacles like rivers, valleys, cliffs, lakes, oceans. You'll notice there's a kind of a constant there, but it can also be valleys, dry dunes, but it's the lower part of the dune. It is the valley. This is the South. It is the warmth. And like I say, it can be obstacles or it can be things you deal with and go around. This is the Beyond Lemuria deck, which has a lot to do with spiritual beings and water beings. And it is by Izzy Ivy. Up here at the top, we have, by Dr. Stephen Farmer, the Power Animal Oracle card deck. And here I got two cards. It wanted me to take the bottom card as well as the top card. So we have two animals that are kind of going to guide us. So pay attention if you see them as the week progresses. This is our mountain. This can be a space of major obstacles or something that you really just have to move out of the way when you're doing your work. In the center, you'll notice we have a globe. And I don't even know if I even set it up so that you could tell what the... Okay. I'll tilt it a little bit. There we go. That's the United States right here. Anyway, this is an amethyst globe. So are we ready to start? Let's begin with our current situation, the sunset. See what we'd have to see. Ooh. Wow, this is an 11 card, which is a MasterCard. We're feeling that beginning. It's here in the new moon that began happening, is it last night or the night before? But is at its apex tonight. If you get a chance, go outside and look at the full moon. Connect with the full moon just as that, I'm assuming that looks to me like a raven. Now look at the shaman. In his smoke, I don't know if it's a peace pipe or whatever he's using, ceremonial herbs. He's releasing spirit. Or just releasing. In the years that I have been doing this reading, it's the first time we have ever gotten this card. And I say years is because we're coming up on 3 years now. I think we kind of feel like we're in a dark space. We need to learn to release so that this light can be brighter, because it's trying to shine back up in through here. Is a mystical shaman a shaman who can do shamanic journeys? With the aid of herbal ceremony. Apparently, because he's smoking, is it his peace pipe? Whatever he's smoking is releasing something. What is it that you need to release? I can't tell you or help you with that. Only you know. And the only way you can really know that intimately and matter-of-factly is by doing shadow work. Don't you want to release those things that frighten you the most? I'm not saying focus on them, I'm saying acknowledge them, sit in them. And then like you're blowing smoke up somebody's, release them. Yeah, I said that. Up somebody's. I didn't say it all the way. YouTube wouldn't like that too well. And anyway, let's see. Well, what do we want for our tomorrow? What's our hopes and our dreams? The promise of the new day. What does it hold for us? Ooh. unless we learn to let go, all we will have is a fool's embrace. When that full moon hits its peak, release whatever it is that breaks your heart the most. Look at it. Embrace it as though you were seeing it for the first time. Like you stepped off a cliff and landed in it. Embrace it. Love it. And then let it go. When you resist physical pain, it actually makes the pain worse than if you just go with it. Oh my goodness. So we had an 11 card, and now we've got a 22 card. We're just into the masters here, because this is about partnerships and duality and balance. Balance. That's what's screaming at me in this card. Maybe that's me personally, I don't know about you, but you're feeling out of balance, like around you. Don't you want it to be more equal? The good and the bad? We understand. We're adults. We get it. We need to have what we classify as the bad so that we can grow. That doesn't mean it's not painful. And that we need to release it. And we want to be in this position where we can embrace it and not feel like we need to hide from it. See how big this full moon has gotten from this full moon? There's quite a difference there. Well, how do we get from... where am I going to put this? Okay, Danny, I saw your deal the other day. You're right, I saw your video. I gotta get rid of some of this clutter on my table. Not that stone, though. Anyway, let's see in the map what... okay. 3 card. Field of Dreams. I would say those fairies, those 3 fairies, are being just about as creative as they can be. Are they trying to hatch those eggs? Are they trying to release those dreams? Because down here, this guy, he's been releasing stuff. This one says, transmute your pain by embracing what you need to release. And here, this one says, your creativity is going to be huge, bigger than any field of dreams, once you begin to be creative and trust what is coming in that's new. Look up here. See the star? Pick it up again. See the star? And then there's a moon. But look, there's stardust. Or is that fairy dust? It goes across in front of the clouds. And springtime is over here. These fairies are doing a great job of creating. They're creating whatever it is that's going to be coming out of those eggs. Huh, who knew fairies had such big eggs? Do they shrink as they grow? That's kind of an oxymoron. That's kind of like floating to the bottom. I watch a resin artist who says that all the time, and it makes me giggle. I want to see something float to the bottom. I'm more used to seeing things float to the top and sink to the bottom, but he always says they float to the bottom. So here we go. Anyway, all the joys of spending so much time watching YouTube. In case you didn't know, I am also a resin artist, so of course I watch the other artists. They inspire me, give me ideas. And that's what this is all about, right? Creating and hatching your egg of your creation of your life in your field of dreams. Is that your field of dreams by yourself? I seriously doubt that. There's safety in numbers. That's why even the dinosaurs had nesting areas. If you think about it, what birds that nest on the land, like these fairies are nesting in the field of dreams. Where do they nest? They nest in large groups because there's safety in numbers. No man is an island. You need to create together as a community so that these eggs here will grow up to hatch and make room for these smaller eggs to take their place. That's the way of things. That is life. And this card is a 3 card with the 21. It's about growth, expression, and groups. What is it with the number 3? Every week, I have a 3 card. Every week, at least one. It's about the groups that you are associating yourself with. Are they helping to feed you and help you grow? Or are they showing you the way of resistance and holding you back? If you decide they are holding you back, it's okay to change your group. My suggestion is create your own. Depends on whether you're a joiner or a leader. Either or both are wonderful and so very needed. So let's see what the Lemurians have to tell us down here in the valley. It's important because I was told to put the largest crystal on this one. This is also a message from Gaia. I absolutely love this card. You don't need to worry about the valleys. So what if it's full of water and flooded? All that does is bring in more silt to fertilize the land, wash away debris and disease. And if you are taking harmonic flight, you're watching it happen all below you. You are safe in infinity above. Isn't that a beautiful card? See what the book has to say about this card. I absolutely love this deck. Has one of my favorite mountains in it, Mount Shasta. Okay. This card is about seeing the divine in the eyes of another. Relationships with deep bonds. It's about karmic connection, clearing illusionary projections, life-changing connection, and transmuting dissonance, removing your heart armor, and being seen, and being a part of teamwork. What you see in the eyes of another is a reflection of yourself. This card may be engaging you to look at the bigger picture of a close relationship. A perceived challenge may be an illusion or a projection. This card may relate to family, teamwork, community, and ways you can harmonize dissonance for deeper growth. The bonds you share give you the power to transmute your fears. Put the time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, and they will continue to play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon. So be prepared. There is something big coming. I'm not the first place you've heard that. And that seems to be telling us karma's coming for us. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because if you're searching and reaching for harmonic flight, you have nothing to worry about. This is a part of saving Gaia, saving mankind as a species, and saving this planet that is a schoolhouse for us beings to learn what it is like to be a human and have all these frailties. Sorry, I'm pausing so much on this one. It's just yeah, it's a powerful card. I keep getting goosebumps. Waves and waves of goosebumps. Okay. Spirit just said, look at the mountain. Let's see what the animals are saying. First one we have is the seal. Remember, we're being told to be creative, right? And this is imagination. Immerse yourself in artistic and creative expression. You ever watch a seal swimming? I mean, even the noises they make sound like something laughing. Do you ever think a seal takes life too serious? The way they dance and play in the waves and in the water and through and around. Of course, these are sea lions I'm talking about, but dance around the kelp. They weave in and out and around. I would call them very artistic, and they are very, very, very creative. Your subconscious mind is the playground of your imagination, which waits to be called out by your willingness to unleash the bonds of personal convention and societal restraint, to challenge the surplus and unusual limits you've placed on yourself regarding artistic expression. This means nothing less than to release your familiar sense of identity and stretch the boundaries of your creative mind. It's not a matter of believing or disbelieving that you have talent or any kind of creative pursuits. For any kind of creative pursuits. It's a matter of surrendering to the imaginative impulses that's beginning to be expressed in some form. So drop underneath those realistic beliefs and tap into this most natural drive towards creative, artistic expression. Perhaps something you've always wanted to do, but have stopped yourself until now. Feel it in all its depth and dimensions, then throw yourself into it. Whether it's singing, dancing, painting, drawing, writing, or some other path, this is food for your heart and soul. Don't put it off any longer. It's time to take that plunge. This card is associated with creativity, grace, adaptation, and playfulness. Well, what is the second card that we need to know? What's our second animal? So, find the playfulness of a child. Whoa. And the magic of the raven. See why I said whoa? Own your power. Have you ever pay any attention to a raven as he's flying? They don't fly off silently. They fly off laughing at the world below. Their wisdom is immense, and they see all. Their intelligence rivals mankind. Except they know their power. We still fight to try to find ours. Try to keep yourself little by denying your power, so you won't be a threat to anyone, merely keeping you in a false bubble of safety. So when you shrink back and don't fully express yourself in your confidence and in your creativity, you're living in a false bubble. And it isn't safe like you think it is. Of course, at least the way you won't get noticed much or stand out. You know why? Standing back and being the one who's noticed from afar is an old trick that's worn itself out, folks. Whether you're looking for a mate or you're just observing the room, do it in your power. You're more powerful than you think you are, so it's time to stop pretending. Those psychic games you play, like finding convenient parking spaces or knowing when a certain someone is going to call, those are just parlor tricks. Yet they're subtle testimonies to the gifts that you have. There's no need to act like you're special because of your talents. Just let them serve you. Use them. Don't exploit them. And when you're using them, do not exploit people's fears with them when you're using them. Use these gifts to help make this a better world for all beings, not just the ones you like or are familiar to you. The additional associations to this card are shadow, insight, prophecy, and shape-shifting. Wow. Well, our directions have given us quite a story. Release what is no longer serving you. Identify it as this full moon builds to its peak. Identify what you need to release. Maybe it is a fear that has been with you for way too long. Embrace it. Love it. Transmute the pain that it is bringing you. And then let it go. Use that energy of letting it go to create the new world you want. The spring that is here, that is just around the corner. As it starts to warm up. As it starts to warm up, you will feel the need to play because the sun is shining again. That cabin fever can go away. So use your imagination to add to your field of dreams. Immerse yourself in artistic and creative expression. Even if that's just braiding some grass. Or picking a bouquet of flowers to take in the house to make an arrangement and make your house smell wonderful. Call on the magic of the raven to show you how and where to use your imagination in this new creation of ours. And realize that your magic is your power. Own it, baby. Own it. 'Cause once you do, there is no valleys. We take harmonic flight for all eternity. All in balance. All in flow. My goodness. I don't know which card to go to next. I guess we need to find out what our message is from Spirit. And that's over here under this lovely piece of marcasite. This is my deck. I do not have a back for it yet. I apologize. I will get ink next month so I can print new cards on front and back. So we'll have a working prototype for you guys to see. It's a prototype that works for what we need it for. Who cares what the back looks like? We get our topic that we need to work on this week. Of course, creativity is that music, acting, dance, artistic painting, whatever your creation is. Do you like to work with light? Do you work with color? Do you work with sound? Use it. Don't hold it back. Go with it as a passion. So our topic is creativity. And we'll get 2 actions that we need to do that coincide with the creativity. This man doesn't look like he's too convinced of it, but go for it. If it means just drizzling pretty colors on a canvas, go for it. Who cares what kind of a quote-unquote mess you make? That's all a part of being creative. You know, you can make a blob of color and then you can turn it into something according to what your imagination sees in the blob. It doesn't have to be oh, I cannot draw. I can't be creative. I cannot draw. Sure, you can be creative. You're creative every day. You just don't know it. You solve your issues. You solve your problems every day. That takes creativity. And as long as you do what you're creating with unconditional love for what you are creating, because it's your passion, it's your love, that makes it your purpose. If you feel passionate enough about it, it makes it your purpose. Because love is love. Do it openly, with an open and unconditionally full of love heart. I don't even know if that made sense. Do it with a heart that is full of unconditional love. Now, trying not to speak as Yoda. So this is all about surviving the future with creativity. Creativity, magic, and love. Unconditional love for harmonic flight. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and get our affirmation from Louise Hay. Yeah, I love this. So cute. I am forgiving, loving, gentle, and kind, and I know that life loves me. You know why I know life loves me? I love life, even though I sit here with a thumb that doesn't bend very well, but look, that's a lot compared to where it was. And a broken foot. Love is teaching me the lesson in both of those. Patience, my dear girl. Patience. Focus on what you can do and let what you cannot do go. Let somebody else do it. Apparently it's not meant for you. Anyway, full moon message, please. This is from the, excuse me while I pull the deck up and look at it. The Moon Magic Deep Mood Messages by Stacy DeMarco. I've done anything with a full moon in Saturday Solutions in a while. So Spirit was like, yeah, do a full moon card. And look at the card I got. Full moon card overflow, huh? Over the ocean. Pretty amazing. This is Supermoon card. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. And it's saying it's a super moon. I am magnetic to what I want. And I repel. I'll hold that up there so you can write that down. This is your full moon message for this month, for this full moon. I am magnetic to what I want. I repel what I do not want. There you go. Does that mean you're polarized? Ooh, good question. That's interesting. If you are, it's in a good way, because you're bringing to you what you want and pushing away what you don't. That's just what I want for all of you this full moon and this year. Dive in. Be as creative as you can be. Even if it's a Jackson Pollock, go for it. Understand that you're creating it for you out of unconditional love that is bursting out of your heart. And if it is an unconditional love that's bursting out of your heart, maybe it's anger, maybe it's pain. It's all a part of the Fool's embrace. And embracing that you need to release. Because transmuting pain, hey, if you need to go outside and throw paint at the wall, or, hey, I got an idea, go get a sheet, an old white sheet or an old sheet, and then get water balloons, squirt some paint in there, put water in there, shake it all up, and then throw it at that sheet. Hang it on your clothesline or wherever, and throw it at that sheet. Yell at it every time you throw it at it if you're angry. If you want to do it just because it's fun, then do it with unconditional love out of your heart. Either way, go for it. Throw the color. Be creative. Make a joyful noise. Whether it's singing, playing music, or dancing. And do it by owning your power. Because here's what the animals have to say about it all. Hello, my little white rabbit. Because there's no rule that says you have everything figured out right now. Every step forward is progress. And yeah, you're an adult, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun being creative like a child. Over here, love life and know life loves you. Create your field of dreams. Take the time. Don't rush through any of this. You don't have to be swift like the seal that is going in and out of the kelp. Although that does look like fun. I don't know about you. Wish I had that kind of power and strength. Just be creative. Because that is a major step forward. Because every time you start to feel bogged down, you can go to your creative space and find a way to rise and no longer be bogged down. What can I say? Thank you for being here. I'm sorry this reading kind of went a little bit long, but not really sorry. It was a good reading. I learned a lot. My creative juices have been flowing and driving me nuts, but I hadn't been able to do much. And now that I'm doing occupational therapy, I can do more. I shuffled these cards. Yeah, shuffled them. That's huge for me. My hand, I can tell it, but that's okay. It's huge for me. So yes, it's healing. It's doing so well. So thank you very much, you guys, for being here. After such a turbulent week, get ready because this is just the warm-up. And I mean that. Warm up with the weather, with politics, with our lives. I love you all so much. Be kind to one another, please. And if you find yourself being triggered by someone who isn't being kind to you, just walk away. Don't fall into their negative energy, because that will suck you in so quickly. Just makes it all harder. Make kindness a habit. Open the door for somebody. Surprise them. Random acts of kindness are so much fun to do. And I'm a big proponent of those. So you guys take care. Blessings to you. And we will see you next time. Thank you for being here.